Adriana Leon is absolutely correct when she's.
Wait. Cue Tanya in the chat. I don't know. She always seems to join.
Yeah, no,
she
be
always
here.
joins right when we start talking wave for some reason. It's pretty cool. Unless she's been watching and she just waits till wave starts.
Tony, when you go back to Tita's Kitchen, Talamat, is that the Spanish? I mean, to be honest, the Mexicans and the Filipino, that's why we have so much alike, because we were both conquered by the same people. We just were conquered for 500 years, but hey, it's all good. A little less, but I like that. Salamat po. Mabahay. Abe. How's your? I'm trying to avoid talking San Diego Wave at all costs because it's painful.
It's an interesting game still. Like,
I think
Gotham's a good team.
They're a good team, but the way the offense works for San Diego Wave, it makes me want to just. I grow an aneurysm anytime San Diego Wave is anywhere near the box, because I'm like, they should score here. Oh, that looks good. That looks promising. And somehow it's 101 ways to not score a goal every game. And these are the players responsible for this. So you have Captain Kalen Sheridan in the back, Hannah Lundqvist, Wesley, as we spoke about. Then you have, obviously, in the back, Trinity Armstrong and Pearl Maroney. In the midfield, you have Kenza Dali. Is this that game? Yeah, it is. McCaskill, Gia Corley, who also returns to the starting lineup. Cascarino, Dudinya making her debut, her starting debut here for San Diego Wave. At home and up top, you have the one and only international Kira Carusa. A message was sent by Jonas here.
Yeah, if you suck, you're gonna get benched. That's the message. Like, I don't think it's any like sort of rotations or anything like that. It's like, if you're not performing, you're gonna get benched.
These right here are the players that were like, nope. But again, who else is a starter here other than Adriana Leon? Other than Adriana Leon, maybe Kimi Ascanio.
Kimi Ascanio has been a starter recently. Mackenzie Robbie has started a few games. Krista McNabb was a starter for like part of the season as well. I think at this point we'll probably see Krista McNabb starting over a certain player next weekend. Yeah, no, I mean, on paper you see it and you're like, okay, this should do damage. I don't know about Carusa up there, but this should do damage.
It's interesting to see Dudinya get her first start. I think we expected a little bit more out of her, especially when she joined the team. Definitely didn't look super comfortable out there in this match. But I mean, Gotham's every time you see Gotham's lineup on paper, you're like, whoa, their lineup looks really good.
Which included one returning Jaden Shaw that we will go ahead and talk about here later on as she comes on as a substitute. And I was the hopeful one here. I think you guys both said that San Diego Wave would lose.
Yeah.
So I got that wrong, because I was like, maybe there's a way that they can tie this. Like, maybe there's a way that they not only score, but tie the game. Typical San Diego FC match. We saw our good buddy SanDiego.Futbol out there. And like, I try to give them a prediction that didn't actually pan out, but I'm like, this is how San Diego Wave games go. They look good offensively. They look great for the first 10, 15 minutes, and then they do nothing. And then there's a couple chances, maybe towards the end of the game, at the end of the half, and then the other team ends up getting a goal or something. And it's just a predictable time at Snapdragon Stadium for San Diego Wave. And I think the fans are starting to catch on to it, because immediately in this game, there was a strong foul early on, and just the most aggressive boos that I've heard at a Wave game almost ever. Just like immediately, not in the minute 75 when it's already a heated game, but like just a strong call, and there's a built-in frustration, I think, not just with the players themselves, but just everybody who's watching a Wave game, and their inability to score. Abe, what's going on?
Dude, no, I don't think any of us have answers. I don't even know if the Wave have answers right now. They believe in themselves and truly have the confidence that at some point things will turn around. And I mean, credit to them for having belief in themselves. But it's just so predictable. Like there were a couple times too. I think there was a moment where Kenzadali had a shot and Caesar was next to me. He was like, "Oh, that looked good." And I was like, we've seen that chance so many different times in the past couple games, and it's not really going in right now. I think Kira Caruso looked a little bit better than Leon, but still neither of them scored, so it's not that relevant. Like I I don't know what this team can do. Like, do you need Alex Morgan? Do you need like what? It's so weird.
It is weird, and it's after that break. But then look, you see mistakes like this from Kennedy Wesley for that first goal, and you honestly just think that about wraps up the season right now for San Diego Wave. I think
They're
on
still
the
gonna make
show
playoffs.
No. So,
Oh,
Abe,
like wraps it up. Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Please, he's speaking Chiva right now. Now wraps up the season. Yeah.
Recaps.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Summarizes
Sorry. Why is he leaving?
a resume of a highlight of.
Why did he leave? I
No,
feel
he's
bad.
like literally leaving. Like he opened the door and
I was confused. But anyways, yeah, I mean Esther scores a great goal here. Like Kennedy Wesley can't make that pass. I think I saw a lot of people upset at the way Kaylin Sheridan played in this game. I had no qualms with it. She did what she could and what was a really poor performance by her defense. Like what does Kaylin Sheridan have to do there? That pass is nowhere near her.
yeah, no, that's why that's a super gaff here for San Diego Wave, and it's really just their own medicine that they're being dealt, and in that they're just shooting themselves in the foot, like constantly just losing the ball in inopportune times, and once they go down, it's almost impossible for Wave to come back at this point in the season, and it's not. And I don't see the way unless the creative players start creating and being actual game changers for this Wave team that uh, they're just not. And I think this is the shot that you were talking about with Caesar. Even Jonas is like, we've seen that. Yes, we've seen that all over. Shot, Kenza. Bye.
That was Gia Corley, I think, but
Gia Corley. But okay, Gia Corley, another player that's disappeared after the first two games.
yeah, it's weird. Like she had her moments. She looked good at times, but you need to have your moments in the final third, and Wave were just definitely missing that.
Great stop there by Kaylin Sheridan, who again, still one of the top keepers in the league. But she can only do so much. Kaylin Sheridan, she can stop him. She can be the captain, but she can't score for you. She can't do it all.
And I don't even think they like gave Berger, who's on the other side. I think she's like one of the highest paid women's goalkeepers in the world. Like she had an unreal performance at the Euros, and then like they didn't even test her really in this match. Like I can't think of many moments that had like some great saves.
Did you know that Wave has the worst crossing completion in the whole league with the 20% rate? That is correct because Mackenzie Roby, she loves to go down when she plays and just cross it to absolutely nobody. And the thing is that there used to be somebody there on the left wing, when Maria Sanchez. Maria Sanchez has not been a part of this team, and that's what a lot of people are pointing to as the moment or the player that's missing from the squad, because teams have figured it out. Just triple team Cascarina. You'll be fine. The rest will sort itself out. You just have to worry about scoring. If you want a result, tie. If you want the 3 points, you can go for it. And here, Jaden Shaw making her return, smiles aplenty against her former team, San Diego Wave.
It's crazy because like she scored almost this exact goal in her first match with the Wave at Snapdragon Stadium. and then does this here in her first match with Gotham. I think they did a post-game interview with her, and it was like really emotional and telling, and just showing how like she had a pretty hard time, it seemed like, in North Carolina, and she like really wanted this move to, or not wanted, but she needed the move to Gotham, and I think this is only just gonna like help her development and propel her career so much. Like Jaden Shaw was a great player with the Wave. Obviously, she didn't want to stay in San Diego anymore, and now with Gotham, with Juan Carlos Amados, with all the like big names at Gotham, she's gonna just keep on rising, I think.
Tom's one a player, scores for the former team. You like it?
It depends on how they leave, and the way that Jaden Shaw left, I like it.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah, respect altogether. And then, you know, it's a San Diego Wave game, man. Now it makes it 3-0, but then Saint VAR came and had a merciful look and said, not today, not 3. Let's just keep it at 2. We've seen enough.
You know your strikers aren't doing great when at the end of the match Trinity Armstrong is playing in the 9 spot.
Trinity Armstrong got thrown up there and looked pretty decent.
Yeah, but she kept like looking to the sideline too for like direction. I don't know if you noticed that, like especially when there was like a moment with the goalkeeper where she had to press them. She kept like looking to the side, like, wait, what am I supposed to do here? And then like Jonas was giving instruction, and like I do think Trinity Armstrong's great, and they do tend to like play her higher at the end of the match, but it's not a good look, honestly. Like you're just like throwing things against the wall and hoping it sticks.
And it's not sticking because, I mean, how many times have we talked with Jonas, with the players, and it's just like, I think I joke with you, Abe, like this time around, I was just going to, the question for Jonas is, all right, kick it off, guys. I'm just going to look at him and be like, oh, go, just go, I guess. Like, you know what I'm going to ask. You know what the questions are. Let's
He had
see if
some great answers still,
yeah,
though.
he did. So you okay? Looking at some of his answers, sir?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, thank you. I fixed the audio, Abe.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Where's this game and where San Diego Wave is in the progress of the season into the project?
Yeah, I think starting with the game, I think Gotham is a strong opponent. I think they have a really strong squad, and you see that with the team that they're putting out there today as well. They have some really high quality, very experienced players on the top level of the game. I mean, that's the challenge we want to have as well to play against. But first of all, credit to them and the team that have put together. In the game, I think it's a quite even game, especially first half. It's both teams that are doing their thing. There's not a lot of opportunities. Of course, it's very tough for us to go to half time with losing 1-0, conceding a goal in both in the manner that we do it, but also so close to the halftime whistle. I think we start the second half in a positive way. I do think that after the second goal, fortunately we lose a little bit of the structure and the patience, and you can see here that we're a team that wants a lot, but we also start to be at that moment. What's the right word to be? We really want to make a change, but maybe it is a little bit more one by one than the team, and the game gets quite transitional. So where does that leave us where we are with the season? We're obviously in a period where we have a really hard time scoring a goal, which is tough, and we need to continue to work with that. At the moment, we're not keeping clean sheets either. It doesn't mean that everything we do here now is bad. There are good spells in the game. There are good things in the games as well, but the details that we need at the moment to win matches is not there. And to be honest, it's a really important moment for us as a team, because adversity will happen to people or to team at various points, and everything about now is how we respond. Is how we respond as individuals and as a group going forward. And that tells you everything what you're about as a person. And it's the difference between personality and character. Because personality is what you say you want to be. And character, it is who you really are. And football or soccer, depending on what you want to say, will always reveal your character. And now it will reveal our character as a team over here. And that's the moment that we're in. And we need to face that moment. We need to understand it's an important moment to go through. And if we do that, I mean, it's not easy, but if we do that the right way, we will grow as a group. We come out stronger on the other end of it.
Great answer. But let me ask you guys this. And I know the answer already, at least maybe from Abe. But Tony, I'm curious. If Wave miss out of playoffs this season, should Jonas be looking for a new job?
Abe.
You can't have that much dysfunction to leave another coach after everything that happened last year. You have to invest time in the project, and I think he's shown you enough of like really good soccer at the beginning of the season that like you can't. I doubt they miss the playoffs, but if they do, like that would be a pretty big meltdown. Maybe I don't think he's in get fired territory at all.
Points from playoffs now, from being out of playoffs.
Yeah, there's still like so many different games. So
It's all the words from Jonas, presented by Dexcom.
There's 6 games left.
yeah, there's 6 games. I mean, they're all pretty tough games too. Portland, Orlando, Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, Salt Lake and Chicago are probably the only easy games, and then Kansas City is how you end. Like, I think he makes a good point. Like, they're gonna really show their character right now, and if that character means like, hey, they're gonna pull off some draws and wins in the last couple games, get one of those top 4 playoff spots, get a like first home game for the playoffs. I think that's a success for the season, considering where they were last year. Like, do you have more belief that they can make the playoffs this season compared to last season around this time?
Yes.
I don't know. I think that hope is almost gone. The hope that, and the person that thought that Wave would be a top 3 team, not this person anymore. I think San Diego Wave are closer to being out of playoffs than they are at staying in playoffs right now.
Mathematically untrue, but possible. Very possible. It's a free fall, I think. And I'm free falling. Wave
I think
right now.
a free fall is like there's no chance of possibly getting back. It's like falling when you're like rock climbing and you have like the rope thing.
Mm-hmm.
You're like free climbing and you still have like that tiny little clip on it. You still fall a lot, but technically you could like grab onto the rocks and like stop yourself.
So what
That's how I
percentage
describe it.
would you give Waves to make playoffs? Ask Philippe.
Ooh, that's tough.
45.
45.
So a little less than half. Little less than obviously 50-50. Okay. So they're
I don't think they win.
I
don't think
they'll
they
make
beat
playoffs.
Portland.
I'm pretty confident they'll make playoffs.
I don't think they beat Portland. I don't think they beat Orlando.
Orlando's not in a good stretch right now.
Yeah, and neither is Wave.
Yeah,
Cool.
so I think that's going to be like the game where they truly like find themselves. They've always played well against Portland too. Like I see a draw honestly against Portland.
Yeah, it's a good point.
That's still dropping points.
Teams in the bottom have started to make their push, while teams like Wave and Orlando have started to lose momentum. And again, we've heard it from great coaches, assistant coaches now in MLS. When Nate Miller, it's the important thing is when you peak as a team.
Yeah.
And for San Diego FC, I think we've seen the best San Diego FC already. For San Diego Wave, I think we've also seen the best San Diego Wave that
Mm.
we can see at this point.
Yeah, but I think San Diego FC is staying out their best still. I mean, the whole season has been the way they played against LAFC as well.
Yeah.
And they're pulling those results. Like, you can't say San Diego FC is dropping when they're still in first place on the West. Like, that's just different.
Ahora sí.
Wave is
No, qué
clearly
conveniencia.
dropping, like, out of the top positions on the table. So I think that's the biggest difference. Let's not forget. I mean, San Diego FC were what, like 8-9 games away from the season ending, or 6-8 games maybe, and they had already clinched playoffs.
Wave just starts to score and regain momentum. It's a domino effect. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing with the difference between SDFC and Wave is that at least SDFC scoring. Give it one, like they're finding ways to score, and San Diego Wave just isn't. That's the frustrating part. 4 games being blanked.
It's also Snapdragon playing a role, man, because nobody's winning at Snapdragon.
Is it a snap? Do you believe in curses, Abe? Do you believe in the heebie-jeebies in sports?
Sometimes, I mean, curse with Billy Goat.
Okay, yeah.
Plenty of things that you could say, but like this is the worst scoreless stretch in their history too. Like even dating back, I was looking back to like past seasons when Casey Stoney got fired, when they on their winless streak, like they were still scoring goals.
Yeah.
And right now, Wave are not, and I think scoreless through the last 4 is just really really bad. I don't expect that to continue, honestly. But and they're compared to last year, like they have 30 points. Last season they were like 10th and they had 25 points. So the entire NWSL is kind of better compared to last year.
Mhm.
So it's gonna be harder to make a playoff spot. But I still think like 2 wins and you're probably getting at least the last playoff spot. So 2 wins against Utah and a win against Utah and a win against Chicago gets you in, and then a couple of draws, or maybe at least one draw in these other tough matches, and you end up making it. So I still think they make the playoffs. I'll probably give it like a 55%. But definitely not top 3 though.
No, definitely not
top
top
three
3.
anymore.
They will just make it over the edge and get bounced out maybe round 1 at this point. The way that the
If you have
season
to play Kansas
ending-
City, if you're like the 8 seed,
yeah,
that's
bye.
Destroyed.
Bye. When Trinity has more goal attempts than Adriana Leon, something is wrong at the attacking third. And let me tell you, this Mr. Recto here is one of the people that watches the most Wave. He's at every game. Like he watches. Like you've been paying attention. Like this is not surprising. It's just been a constant thing where I think there was a point where fitness played a huge role in their success early on with San Diego Wave. They worked on their fitness. Jonas had a preseason. They were able to jump in and really identify a style and get off, on the right foot. And then Adriana Leon came in. She didn't have a preseason. So once she started getting a couple games in, she started kind of working it. But then the Euro break happened. And I think that's the thing where I think either teams really lasered and focused on how to stop Adriana Leon, Cascarino, when she came back from the Euros, and just see how are people doing it in the Euros against France? Let's try to replicate that, right? You lose Maria Sanchez. You don't have Chiva. We saw Melanie Barcenas on a scooter. Like let's everybody with eyes, working eyes, notice that there was a scooter just about on Snapdragon Stadium
Speeding around.
Speeding. No, yeah, like at a dangerous level, actually. Like somebody should
not dangerous level.
No, anything
It
that's not
was fast though, where if you saw that coming at you, you'd be like, whoa.
Yeah, and
yeah,
exactly. Melanie Barcenas, MLB out, injury, probably it's more than likely a couple of weeks. So she may make a return closer to the end of playoffs, depending on the severity of it. We're trying to get more information on that. But even with or without Melanie Barcenas, Wave, I think, is the exact same team. It was and again,
I don't think,
no
yeah.
personal, but it's just the fact of it is like there's not a player right now who has shown trending towards being a disruptor for San Diego Wave in offense or just able to do something different. And Ken's trying.
Show that to Chiamaka,
Everybody's
who
trying.
scored the fastest goal coming up. The bench.
Chiamaka season-ending injury right now. Still reports that may happen, but I don't. At this point, probably not.
No, Chiamaka's done for the season.
Will
Yeah.
Trinity Byers potentially be?
Potentially, she might get taken off the injury list. She does the warm-ups with the team at least.
'Cause that might be like your last glimmer of hope. Even though she hasn't played a single minute all season. If all the talk is true, she could be a great addition to that front line. But
I brought this up to Tony. Do you think Maya Jones would have been an interesting wrinkle to the front line?
Maya Jones, the goal scorer of the final Casey Stoney 10-year goal in a top. No, she's actually the one that missed in Houston. That should have been a victory for San Diego Wave. Ended up being Casey Stoney's final game she coached for Wave.
I don't know. Maybe, but she wasn't the most clinical finisher.
Show me somebody who's a better clinical finisher on Wave right now.
There's no one. Absolutely nobody.
Yeah, absolutely nobody. So, San Diego Wave, man, it's rough, and it's not going to get any easier because you mentioned it, Chiva.
I mentioned it.
Yes, the opponents. What? Yes.
You were kind of confused. We didn't know where you were going with that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
fine.
I was
Here,
like,
I'm dropping it there.
I mean, I mentioned a lot of things, but
I just mentioned once again the schedule.
you
Guys, please take it. Like, take it away.
I mean, yeah, they play Portland on
Thank you.
on Saturday. Yeah, on the road in Portland. It's gonna be a tough match. Like Portland's a huge home field advantage. They lost their first playoff game ever in 2022 after a Crystal Dunn banger. Yeah, Portland's pretty good right now. I think it's gonna be a tough game, but San Diego's also performed well generally in Portland. I don't know. It's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a weird game.
No, it's going to be an interesting game if somehow Wave are competitive. Like, and then that's just kind of like, well, do you just play down to competition, play up to competition? What's going on? Portland Thorns, a team that, you know, even you have history with in playoffs if you want to play that game. Reason that you were booted out once upon a time. I do not think San Diego Wave will win this one. 2-1 Portland.
I have a 2-0 Portland win.
Another. Oh man.
Abe,
1-1 draw, I believe.
Okay, so San Diego Wave scores. Is this a tying 1-1 or is this you got tied 1-1?
You got tied.
You got tied. All right, so everybody's happy to get to. Okay, Wave is like a Ford engine. It's strong, but it's gonna sputter out. Yep.
yeah, it is, but it's also a lemon.
Yeah.
Whoa, lemon.
Well,
Damn.
Okay. Well, there's laws for that. The team hasn't been the same since Maria left. I agree.
You know that
Yeah.
if you talk about like in the locker room stuff, I don't know how much that has an impact, but they don't play foot tennis before their practices anymore. Maria Sanchez was always the one that kind of like led that, where like before everything they would all get there like 20 minutes earlier and just play foot tennis. It was like her and some of the younger players too. Like there was like Kimi Escanio, Many Vacenas, and Hannah Lundqvist. They'd all go play foot tennis, and they don't do that anymore.
Well, what I
Maybe
can tell
that's what
you
it
is
is.
Kenza Dali is actually, the professional of professionals. Like she's the one that is the soccer fan. She's the one that studies, that goes back and obsesses over it. And like, she's the one that leads by example. And she's the one that's going to get out there and do what needs to be done. Cascarino is the talent, just that wild card out there. And then Maria Sanchez was the glue that put it all together. and you don't have that glue, and you can tell that San Diego Wave is missing something. And is that going to be Dudiña? Is that going to be Ascanio once again? You're asking a lot of Ascanio. You were surprised by how well she was doing. So now, are you surprised of how she's actually playing like her age? Some would say. So,
it's hard to stay consistent at that age.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like one of a kind players that can keep up that same pace. Not saying that Ascanio is not good, but I guess what I'm trying to say is just there's a handful of players that are like the chosen ones, right? Like from 16, you're gonna make like a world level impact.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's gonna be Kimi Ascanio. I think there's other players that are fitting that category across the league, but some of those players are even leaving the league and going overseas as well. So,
Abe.
Yeah, I think Kimi Ascanio's probably got a bit better in her this season, but yeah, for the future, I don't know how much I would expect her to probably. I don't think I see her making the jump to Europe like an Alyssa Thompson. They think she can have a really good NWSL career, especially as she develops. But yeah, definitely not on. She's still with the U.S. youth national team though, and performing at a like high level there. So like maybe she will be on the U.S. women's national team in the future. We'll see.
But for right now, San Diego Wave needs to go up into the Pacific Northwest and try to get a result. Sheridan, McCaskill, and Kenza need to start holding the others accountable on the pitch, especially Sheridan, the captain. That's why it's difficult to have a captain be a goalkeeper, because you can't really manage that anywhere outside of your own box. You're by default the captain of the defense, being the goalkeeper, so that's as much as you can control. But all right. That's been San Diego
Did you guys see
Wave.
what happened in the Louisville game yesterday?
No.
yeah, the player.
Oh, the seizure?
It's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
Oh.
look that up.
Both
It was,
both
yeah,
¿cómo se llama? Medical staff, did a great job out there.
It's always scary when things like this happen in sports in general, right? And I mean, like we all saw like back in the Euros when it happened to Eriksson with Denmark, and I don't know for American football, but if you guys were watching that game where Damar Hamlin also like collapsed in the field, like it's always super scary to see, especially as it happens live. So luckily the player is okay. But yeah, it's wild.
yeah.
Sir.
Scary.
Yeah, but
I mean, good on them for canceling the game, though.
yeah,
It would have been so weird if they kept playing that. They're gonna play the second half, I think, tomorrow.
did the right call on there.
But it took like this happening like 2 different times for them to finally be like, okay, we should probably stop the game.
Based on what you said, it sounds like Maria was helping Kimi Ascanio's development.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
so.
maybe because you're preparing for Maria Sanchez. When
Having a fellow Latina veteran probably really important to have.
And along that is also competition.
Yeah.
Like they had that great, like they're playing tennis before training together. But Kenza Dali has done a really good job taking Kimi under her wing as well. So let's not discredit that either.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Anything else, San Diego Wave, guys?